Hey guys, what is up? It is No Help and welcome back to another video today. So today I'm going to be listing some goals that I want to set myself for the next about half a year to a year. I like to do this about twice a year to make a list of goals to kind of set myself up for success. Now, the reason I do this is because a lot of people come to me and say that they aren't maybe motivated or they can't stay motivated to play the game, or they're doing a grind, say going for a 99 or going for like a pet or something, and eventually they burn out of the game and move on to something else. So I find setting goals and different tiers of goals really helps you stay motivated and are a lot less likely to burn out of the game that way. Now, usually I will get either a piece of paper out or open a notepad on the computer and make myself different tiers of goals, like easy goals that I can complete in like a few weeks, some maybe ones that will take a month, 2 months, and then ones that will take half a year to a year to complete, and make as many of them as you possibly can so that you always kind of have something to go for. Maybe a couple of your easy goals could be knocking out a few quests, right? Maybe like a sort of couple of month goal would be maybe getting a 99, one of the easier ones anyways, and a long-term goal could be, say, completing all the quests, getting your achievement diary cape, or even getting a boss pet. Now, the biggest goal I set myself for this year was to learn Cox, the Chambers of Xeric. It is the first raid that Runescape has ever put out, old school Runescape anyways, and to be completely honest with you, I could never really get into it. I thought it was extremely hard to do solo, and it's one of those raids that's a lot harder these days to find a team unless you join, say, a Discord or something like that, and I wasn't really wanting to do that. I kind of wanted to just either hop in. I was used to doing raids 3, and a lot of people were there when it first came out, and I was able to get into a bunch of raids with people that way. The Tombs of a Mascot, right? And not so much with Chambers of Xeric anymore. So I really wanted to learn the method to do it solo, and I spent a few months honestly trying to learn all of the mechanics of it, and it took a little while, but eventually I started getting consistent kills, and now I can pretty much get a kill every time without even trying. It's just muscle memory at this point. I have completed 315 Chambers of Xeric solo runs by myself, made about 330 million GP, got a bunch of different uniques, and a ton of supplies for my Ironman account. I think the very long-term goal I do want to do is get the Twisted Bow. Right now, I have the goal of 1,000 Chambers of Xeric completions, and I'm really hoping that I get the Twisted Bow before then. We did, however, manage to get the Prayer Scrolls, the Twisted Buckler, the Din's Bulwark, and recently we got the Dragon Hunter Crossbow, which is just a massive upgrade for the Chambers in general. No way, brand new, unique 274 KC Dragon Hunter Crossbow. Oh, I needed this. It's been a very long time. That was a 4.4% chance at a purple chest. Look at that, 64.6 million GP. Oh, we can get rid of this stupid little dragon crossbow now. Oh my god, this is going to help so much for the Ulm fight. Oh my good god, I'm so happy. Now, the reason I really want the Twisted Bow so bad is because it kind of just seems like the item to go for, especially being range is my favorite combat style in the game, and I just love using range everywhere. So I really feel like if I got the Twisted Bow, it would just make my account so much better, and it would be so much more fun doing bosses and just hitting like 60s and 70s all the time with the Twisted Bow. And it's like valued at like 1.7 billion GP, so it really would boost the bank value. Not that that really matters being an Ironman. I've never actually had a Twisted Bow on old school RuneScape. I have another series on my channel called Tutorial Island to Twisted Bow, where we start a main account from scratch on Tutorial Island and try to go to all the way from basically nothing to a Twisted Bow. And I've been doing that series for a couple of years. I don't really play it too often. I play it more casually, right? So I really think getting a Twisted Bow on my Ironman would be so awesome, and it would just make everything more enjoyable, and I would be able to do a lot more bosses and maybe even tackle the Inferno one day. Another goal that I want to really kind of knock out of the way this year is to stock up my bank and kind of just get things out of the way that I've been really putting off. There's a lot of potions that I still have to make. Another thing that I really need to do is kill a ton of Xalra again. That's actually been going well. Off to a great start. Serpentine Visage. That's what, 20,000 Xalra skills right there. We've killed 3 tonight. As an Ironman account, you're always using Xalra skills whenever you're using, say, the Trident, the Toxic Blowpipe, whatever, right? There's so many things that you use Xalra skills for, and I had like a couple 100,000, and I was like, oh, this is an unlimited supply, and about a year of PVM, I ran out of them, so I'm definitely going to need to camp a ton of Xalra and get a lot more skills for my Chambers adventures and other PVM and Slayer. While Gothic Sleeps actually was just released, and with that came Tormented Demons, and I really want to camp them whenever I'm done Chambers, which could be a while from now, right? And I might end up just doing them on task in the future, but I would really like to honestly get all the drops from the Tormented Demons. The new melee, the new mage, and the new range weapon would just be so cool, and especially for doing a bunch of Slayer tasks and even Slayer bosses in the future. There's a lot of bosses that I really love doing, and a lot of them, these weapons will be extremely useful in doing so. Also, I genuinely think Tormented Demons are a fun creature to kill. I like them a lot better than Demonic Gorillas, and I really think that Xeric did a great job designing them, and I really do like them a lot, and I can't wait to do them in the future. Also, I've been fishing and cooking whenever I'm like AFKing the past like year and a half after maxing, and I've been fishing Karambwans the whole time. One day I would really like to get the fishing pet. Currently my fishing right now is at about 24 million experience, no fishing pet, and the cooking is at almost 80 million. So I would like to get this to 200 million experience. This is like a long-term goal, a couple years from now, right, or whatever, but I think it would be really cool, and if Jagex or Old School RuneScape anyways ever does release the 120 capes, it'd be cool to actually have one, you know what I mean? Other than that, after I'm done the Chambers of Xeric or on any spare time, I would love to get into a lot more Slayer and boss Slayer especially. I really do like almost all of the bosses in the game. I find them very interesting. There's Vorkath is one that I really want to do a lot more of. I only have like 150 KC at Vorkath, which is kind of crazy because I actually find Vorkath to be a really fun boss and you make a ton of money. So yeah, a lot of Vorkath, a lot of Xalra. I really want the Cerberus pet as well. I've got pretty much every other drop from Cerberus. I think I've got 3 primordial boots as well, which, you know, they're what, 30 mil each, so I've made well over 100 million GP at Cerberus. I think Cerberus is a really fun task, but I might even wait until I get the drops from Tormented Demons to tackle Cerberus, just because it would be so much better there. But yeah, I really want to get into a lot more Slayer, and like I said, especially the Slayer bossing. I haven't really touched God Wars besides Bandos, so getting my KC there would be a lot of fun too, especially with that frozen key method where you can go back and bank. I think that's very cool, so you don't have to fucking get all the KC every time. But yeah, I think that would be awesome. I think Armadillo is the one that I really want to tackle and finally get Armadillo armor. Like I said, range is my favorite combat style in the game, and I'm still rocking D-Hide, and I guess I have the Missouri top, but yeah. But I kind of feel locked right now at the Chambers of Xeric. That's pretty much all I've been doing since February, which is crazy, but I really have to think. It took me a couple months, honestly, to learn it, and I was dying, not really getting consistent kills or anything, getting like 10,000 point raids, right? And then for a long time, I would say even another month or two, I was doing the suicide method where I'd walk into the chambers, drop all of the supplies on the ground, and get like 20,000, 25,000 point raids. And now that I can consistently do it all of the time, I'm getting, you know, anywhere from 32 to almost 40,000 points per raid, which is freaking awesome. Ever since I've really learned the Chambers of Xeric, I started tracking it with the tracker on Runelite, and I've gotten 269 solo kills with like no deaths, right? So basically this accumulates to 8.2 million points at the Chambers of Xeric. Now, to land a purple, or like to land one of the mega rare purples, it's like whatever it is, like 30 million something points. So we still got a very long way to go. But yeah, I think a twisted bow would be so good for my account. Even getting the ancestral, or the hammer as well, the elder maul, sorry, would be another really good upgrade. And obviously dragon claws would be such a fun weapon to have. I really don't use spec weapons hardly ever, you know what I mean, DDS, or like I guess like the Dragon Warhammer, but actually to have like a fun spec weapon like Dragon Claws would be incredible. And I really am enjoying the Chambers of Xeric, but I would kind of like to move on, and it doesn't look like it's going to be that way for a while. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break now, stock up on a bunch of supplies, kill Zalra for a few weeks, get a ton more stuff there, and then we'll head back to the Chambers of Xeric. Right now we are at 13 purples, which is pretty crazy for 315 KC, so I'm not dry by any means, but I just want that twisted bow, man. But that is the goals, you know what I mean? There's a lot that I have to look forward to. And obviously, if new quests come out, new methods come out, I'll be making videos and stuff about them. But I think I'm going to, stick it out at the Chambers of Xeric, get 1,000 KC there. I think that would be so cool to do. And we'll make over 1 billion GP doing so. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video today. Let me know your goals down in the comments below. I would love to know. Thank you guys, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya later.